how just Russell won the 2024 Belgian Grand Prix. That was absolutely crazy. So everyone, I'm mingheyt, and today we're gonna discuss about the 2024 Belgian Grand Prix, and we're gonna start with this, that is the starting grid. For the race we have Leclerc on pole after the Verstappen's penalty that will start P11, second Perez, third Hamilton, fourth Norris, fifth Piastri, sixth Russell, seventh Sainz, and the others. You can see on the screen they were all on medium tires except from Sainz and Joe on hard tires and Ricardo on soft tires. So we're gonna have obviously the formation lap, this beautiful Spa circuit, Belgian Grand Prix 2024. This is as I said, the formation lap. This is the start. Leclerc started well. Perez didn't start perfect, but Hamilton did a flying start. What a start he did, Hamilton, all the way up to P2. This was good for Leclerc, to be honest, that they lost just a bit of time, so Hamilton or Perez weren't able to pass Leclerc on the straight. Then as you can see, Hamilton ahead of Sergio Perez up to P2. Verstappen in one lap was from P11 to P8. Round the outside here on Alexander Albon up to P9 I think it is, and then it's P8 then of Fernando Alonso. We can see Hamilton after a few laps, I think it was lap 2 or 3, Hamilton gained the position ahead of Charles Leclerc. This is the race classification, lap 4 out of 44, nothing really changed apart from Verstappen P8 and Leclerc P2, Hamilton P1. Retirement there for Guan Yu Zhou, that had a bit of problems, some problems with the engine probably. As we saw, that was going really slow, and so he retired after a few laps. This is Verstappen already behind Norris, but he couldn't pass him. What a bad start. I didn't say it, but what a bad start for Norris. He started normal, good, when the lights went out, but then around the outside into one, he went a bit on the grass, he lost a lot of time. Sainz, both Sainz and Piastri passed him. This was, yeah, another time, guys, another time. Norris is is starting bad and is losing a lot of position, a lot of points, something like that. Obviously, and then Norris will be also behind Verstappen. So this was the race when Norris should have won. And so with Verstappen that was behind, obviously he would gain a lot of points, but Verstappen gained on Norris. That is a bit crazy, and that is very bad for Norris. Anyway, this is the moment of all the pit stop basically. Leclerc will pit the lap later, gaining just a bit of time on Lewis Hamilton because of the traffic they were involved on. This is Piastri ahead of Perez after the pit stop. Good for him. He did a very good weekend, very good race, solid race. It was very clearly the fastest, to be honest. It was the fastest, but the Mercedes were flying too. Anyway, Piastri ahead of Russell. This is Perez, and Piastri will pass him very soon. Norris in the pit after a few laps on the mediums. He lost a lot of time with this strategy. Sainz, obviously, that started on a hard, leader of the Belgian Grand Prix, the only who didn't the pit stop with Magnussen. So yeah, leader of the Belgian Grand Prix, lap 17. Leclerc and Hamilton, they did almost all the race, in particular the first two stints, on the same laps, like every lap. Hamilton was getting just a bit on Leclerc, but we are talking about cents. So very phenomenal pace for Leclerc and Hamilton a bit better, obviously. Also with a better car, probably. This is the pit stop of Carlos Sainz, who put on mediums. Only 6 laps for him with the mediums tires. Not the best tires for the Ferrari. Anyway, George Russell here ahead of Sergio Perez. Then Sergio Perez will pit, so Verstappen passed him. Anyway, this is the moment of the pit stop for Lewis Hamilton, of the second pit stop for Lewis Hamilton. This is the moment of Charles Leclerc's second pit stop, but Leclerc pitted 1 lap earlier than Lewis Hamilton. But he didn't gain a lot. Anyway, this is a huge error that cost, as we can see the final, as we saw the final gap, this cost Piastri the race. This error in the pits, he went all the way straight on the McLaren that was the hero of today in some way. 4.4 seconds the pit stop, and so he lost 2 seconds like that. Also the pit stop of Charles Leclerc wasn't the best, 3.4 seconds as I can remember, 2.4 the pit stop of Lewis Hamilton, so he gained 1 second free with good pit stop. Russell now leader of the Belgian Grand Prix, and we all said, okay, Russell will pit, perfect, Hamilton first, Leclerc second, third Piastri, and okay. But Russell team radio, what do you think on going to the end? Or doing one stop? He pitted on lap 10. Lap 10, guys. 34 laps on the air compound tires here in Belgium, as we saw on Friday in FP1, FP2. The degradation was so high. There was a lot of graining. So basically that was like impossible to do. Obviously today was a bit hotter, but never we never expected a one stop. This is the battle between Piastri and Leclerc after a fourth lap when Leclerc defended well, but on the second lap very good overtake by Oscar Piastri against Charles Leclerc. Up to P3, catching the Mercedes. As you can see, Russell was obviously losing time. Not a lot, to be honest. He was losing, yeah, a lot of time, but not a lot. If you saw the race, this you know, basically, Piastri behind was really pushing well there. Battle a bit between the two Mercedes was very close. Hamilton, but couldn't do anything with the DRS opened 6 tenths because he was losing at the exit of La Source turn 1 and also a bit Rouge Radillon, and so this was the key of the race. Mercedes couldn't really pass on the straights. Oh my god, they were so slow on the straights. Maybe not so slow because Hamilton passed Leclerc, but Hamilton was struggling to do good exit on the corners. So Russell, with all the tires, was gaining on Hamilton in traction. That is crazy. Russell was losing all in the second sector, obviously the most, where you need to get more from the tires. But then it was regaining also with probably a battery recharging also in the second sector, and then using them all on the camel straight. It all on the camel straight. This was the face of Toto Wolff with, as you can see, the Mercedes won 0.5, 1.4 Piastri. This is the last lap probably, or this is the penultimate lap, I think. Yeah, water race at the end. George Russell won the 2024 Belgian Grand Prix. P2 for Lewis Hamilton, 1-2 for the Mercedes, as you can see in this image. P3 Piastri, P4 Leclerc that defended the last 5 laps, something like that, ahead of Max Verstappen. Good for Leclerc anyway, the best he could do. Also Leclerc, but we will discuss it later. P5 Verstappen, P6 Norris that lost, as I said, points against Verstappen. Then there was Sainz and Sergio Perez. This is the celebration, obviously, for the win. So this is the final race classification. As I said to you, let's talk about the Ferraris a bit. First two stints very well for Leclerc and Sainz as well. The last stint of the Ferraris was a bit worse. Not probably because of the drivers, but because of the car with the bit low, less fuel. Not the best for them. They did the maximum, to be honest. Good race for Leclerc. Not a good qualifying for Sainz, and so it compromised the race. Yeah. Basically, as you can see, only one stop for Stroll as well. We didn't notice also one stop for Yuki Tsunoda. Obviously one stop for Joe that retired. All the others with two stops, 3 stops for Perez trying to do the fast lap. I think he did. I'm not sure about it. Anyway, Perez P8, Ricciardo P11 at the end, but it's not out of gap. It's not out of gap. I expect, to be honest, a Ricciardo in Zandvoort. We will see. We will see. Obviously, we can see the celebration, obviously, of George Russell really deserved this. Better than all the datas that Mercedes had. Very a genius. McLaren that gained points on Red Bull. Ferrari then gained points on the Red Bulls as well. Mercedes 1-2 is incredible. Mercedes were very fast. Also good Esteban Ocon P10. Alonso also did the best with Aston Martin P9. My top 2 drivers of today are P3 Piastri, P2 Hamilton, P1 Russell. As you can see on the podium, I think it's the good order, to be honest. Piastri is the good, or maybe for the error of the pit stop, I would say Leclerc in P3. You choose in the comments, please commentate down below. Anyway, Hamilton, very good race. Russell, a genius. Very good managing tires. Yeah, 34 laps in Belgium, 7 kilometers on these hard tires was very unexpected. The flop 3 drivers of today, I think they were, in general, the Red Bull and the McLaren, to be honest. Lando Norris for sure, and it's not the first time he's a flop. For sure, Lando Norris. Then a flop, we can say Perez from P2 to P8 is a lot. And the other flop, a bit Piastri, to be honest. But I would not say him. Maybe in the back we can see with these what we can say a flop. I don't know. Just vote in the comments who for you is the last flop of today. So for this video was all. Leave a like, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and as always, we will see you next time. It's been a pleasure. Cheers.